Alright, welcome back YouTube. Hey man, this is gonna be the first vid to start 2024. I'm probably gonna delete all my other vids, and this probably gonna be the only vid that you see on that channel. So these are probably like the top 3 things that I learned in 2024. The first one would be wasting my breath. I don't waste my breath no more. If I see no point in us talking, I'm not finna talk. And that goes with any type of argument or discussion. If we both have different types of goals in mind and stuff like that, of course we're gonna go about it differently. There's no need for us to even argue about it because we're not gonna get anywhere. 2, if you come to me complaining and I move the conversation to find a solution and moving forward, but you keep talking about complaining, I'm done talking. I'm not gonna be talking anymore. Now, I do want to point out that these are things that are focused on. These ain't things that I'm having revelations about. These are things that I just mostly focused on that I learned that I probably put more focused on this year. The second one is defining love for myself. You gotta realize people have different definitions of love. And how their definition is how they're really going to treat you or expect to be treated in a relationship or anything that deals with love. I go by the biblical definition of like, I wish the best for you, and I invest myself into you. But you can come across people that their love means attention, their love means passion, right? And that's how you get a lot of the time where you fell out of love when some people say I don't love that person anymore, meaning like I don't have any type of passion or like moving emotion towards that person anymore. That's love to define some other people. And I know like moving forward with other people, I define it clearly to that person, and I ask for the other person's definition, because whatever that definition is what they're going to want abundantly. But yeah, defining love and knowing what the other person defines as love, to see if we can meet in the middle. And then the last thing I paid attention to this year, I guess, is subjective meaning. There's a lot of things that people will tell you, and you gotta realize, is this a subjective topic or not, right? One key example is when you hear people be like, what it is to be a man. That's different person to person. If I ask X, Y, and Z on how to be a man, really at the end of the day, they're all gonna give me different definitions that appeal to themselves. So I learned that if I'm talking about something subjective, I come at you and I ask, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by to become a man, to do this way, that way, right? So I became more attentive to that, you would say, and not just going with the flow with, oh, I agree with that. And then probably for a bonus one is that sometimes, that I focused on this year as a bonus, is that fear is needed in some situations. And what I mean by that, some people will willingly to run over you if you show no signs that you're going to fight back or anything. People will run over you. A lot of people are, you could say, good, not because they're good people, but more because they fear the consequences, right? I can ask you, would you rob this store of all these Jordans and stuff like that? And you probably would say no, because you're thinking about getting arrested. Now, if I ask you, would you rob this store and 100% get away with it? Your answer might be a little different. And that can go with anything when people dealing with you too. A lot of people, you don't expect a lot of people to be the reasons that they not doing things. Don't expect it to be because they're morally are restricted to it, but also because of the fear factor of what could happen. And we got to implement that into ourselves when someone messes with us or anything like that, it's good to show that we can stand up and show teeth for ourselves, so people just don't run over you. Because there are predators out there that will take advantage of you if you let them. So those are the 4 things. Those are really the 4 things that I learned in 2024. Nothing more than that. But I hope you enjoyed the vid. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully I'll be trying to do this weekly or every 2 weeks. We gonna see. Love y'all.